Assalamu alaikum dear students. In the previous lectures of chapter 2 mathematical methods, we had seen multiplication of vectors, scalar product or dot product and vector product or cross product. Now let us solve the examples based on the multiplication of vectors, that is scalar product or dot product and vector product or cross product. After that, we will solve the numericals which is given in the textbook based on the topics completed. Let's have example 2.7. The angular momentum of vector L is given as vector r cross vector p, where vector r is the position vector and vector p is linear momentum of a body. If vector r is 4 I cap plus 6 j cap minus 3 k cap and vector p is 2 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 5 k cap, find vector L. Now here in this question you have to make a correction. This is a plus sign, not a multiply sign, and the unit vector is to be denoted by means of a cap there. We are supposed to do this much correction. Now let us see the solution. As vector L is given as vector r cross vector p, that means over here we have to take the cross product of two given vectors, that is vector r and vector p. And we know that the cross product of the two vectors is to be expressed, is to be written in the form of the determinant. So over here the next step we are supposed to write determinant. The first row we have to write unit vectors I cap, j cap and k cap. In the second row we are supposed to write down the magnitude of the first vector, as first vector is vector r. So we have to write down the magnitudes of the vector r along x, y and z axis. Magnitude along the x axis is 4. So here we are supposed to write down value as 4. Magnitude along the y axis is given as plus 6. So here we have written plus 6. Magnitude along the y axis is minus 3. So here we are supposed to write down value as minus 3. Now in the third row we have to write down the magnitudes of the component of the vector p along x, y and z axis. So the magnitude along x axis is given as 2, along y axis it is 4 and along z axis it is minus 5. So we have to write down the vector r cross vector p in terms of the determinant. After that we have to solve this determinant to find the value of vector L. So over here we are supposed to use the method to solve the determinant. First of all, I cap is to be taken and hence the row and the column for the corresponding unit vector is not taken into account. The remaining row and column we are supposed to take them, and hence we have to do the cross multiplication like this, and as we are following the order from left to right side, hence when we are taking 6 into minus 5, then the next multiplication is to be subtracted. So here we have to write 6 into minus 5 which is minus 30. Then minus sign we have to put over there. 4 into minus 3 which is minus 12. So this minus 12 and minus will become plus 12. Hence in a bracket we have to write minus 30 plus 12 into I cap. Then plus j cap is to be taken over here, then the corresponding row and column is not taken into account, and as we had taken the plus sign for the unit vector j, that's why the order is to be changes for the multiplication. We are starting from the right hand side. So minus 3 into 2 is minus 6, then minus 4 into minus 5 is minus 20. This minus 20 and minus sign over here becomes plus 20. So in a bracket we have to write minus 6 plus 20 into j cap. Then plus k cap is to be taken, and the corresponding row and column is not taken into account, and again we have to change the order of multiplication. It starts from the left hand side. So 4 into 4 is 16, then minus 2 into 6 is 12. So 16 minus 12 we have to write in bracket into k cap. Now minus 30 plus 12 is equal to minus 18 into I cap. Then minus 6 plus 20 is 14 into j cap. 16 minus 12 is 4 into k cap. So the value of vector L we are getting as minus 18 I cap plus 14 j cap plus 4 k cap. So over here the angular momentum vector L, which is given as cross product of the two vectors, that is vector r and vector p, where vector r is a position vector and vector p is a linear momentum of a body, and the vector r is to be given as 4 I cap plus 6 j cap minus 3 k cap, and vector p is given as 2 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 5 k cap. Then the value of vector L is minus 18 I cap plus 14 j cap plus 4 k cap. So this is the example based on the vector product or cross product we have discussed here. Now let's take the example based on the scalar product or dot product. Example 2.8. If vector A is equal to 5 I cap plus 6 j cap plus 4 k cap, and vector B is equal to 2 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Determine the angle between vector A and vector B. Now let's see the solution. Over here we are taking the dot product of the two vectors, that is vector A and vector B. So it is to be written as vector A dot vector B, which is equal to AB cos theta. A is the magnitude of the vector A, B is the magnitude of the vector B, and theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. We know that the dot product of the two vectors can be expressed in terms of the components along x, y and z axis. So vector A dot vector B is to be written as ax bx plus ay by plus az bz, where ax bx is the magnitude of the component of vector A and vector B along the x-axis. Ay by is the magnitude of the component of vector A and vector B along y-axis, and az bz is the magnitude of the component of vector A and vector B along z-axis. So over here we are writing vector A dot vector B is equal to ax bx plus ay by plus az bz, and hence as vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos theta, as well as vector A dot vector B is equal to ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. So we can say that AB cos theta is equal to AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. And hence cos theta is to be written as AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ divided by AB. In the next step, we are supposed to write down the formula for A and B, which is the magnitude of vector A and vector B. So, A is the magnitude of vector A, which is to be determined as the square root of AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. And B is the magnitude of vector B, which is to be determined by using the formula as square root of Bx square plus By square plus Bz square. Now, in the next step, we are supposed to substitute the values of Ax, Ay, Az, Bx, By and Bz. As over here, Ax is 5, Ay is 6, Az is 4, while Bx is 2, By is minus 2 and Bz is 3. So, here we have to substitute the value. Ax into Bx is there, as Ax is 5 and Bx is 2. So, here we have to write 5 into 2. Then plus Ay into By is there, Ay is 6, By is minus 2. So, we have to write 6 into minus 2. So, here we are supposed to write 6 into minus 2. Then plus sign Az into Bz. Az is 4, Bz is 3. So, we are supposed to multiply 4 with 3 and hence here we have to write 4 into 3. Then divided by the product of magnitude of vector A and vector B. So, over here the magnitude of vector A is to be written as square root of Ax square. As Ax is 5, its square will be 25. Then plus Ay square. Ay is 6, its square is 36. Then plus Az square. Az is 4 and its square is 16. So, the magnitude of vector A is to be written as square root of 25 plus 36 plus 16 into B, which is the magnitude of vector B. It is to be written as square root of Bx square. Bx is 2, its square is 4 plus By square. By is minus 2 and its square is 4 there plus Bz square. Bz is 3 and its square is 9. So, the magnitude of vector B is to be written as square root of 4 plus 4 plus 9. Now, in the next step, we have to write down the values of the numerator and denominator. So, 5 into 2 is 10 plus 6 into 2 is minus 12. So, 10 minus 12 plus 4 into 3 is 12. So, 10 minus 12 plus 12 will be given the value as 10. Then the denominator factor is square root of 25 plus 36 plus 16 is equal to 77. So, here we have to write it as square root of 77 into square root of 4 plus 9 we have to write, which becomes square root of 17. Now, when we are solving this ratio, we are getting the value as 0.2764. So, this is the value of cos theta, that is 0.2764. In the next step, we have to find out the value of theta. That is why this cos on the another side, on right hand side, becomes cos inverse of this value. So, here we are supposed to write theta is equal to cos inverse 0.2765. And the value of cos inverse 0.2765 we are getting as 73°58'. So here if vector A is given 5 cap plus 6 cap plus 4 cap and vector B is 2 cap minus 2 cap plus 3 cap, then the angle between vector A and vector B is 73°58'. Now the next example is 2.9. Given vector P is equal to 4 cap minus j cap plus 8 cap and vector Q is equal to 2 cap minus m j cap plus 4 cap. Find m if vector P and vector Q have the same direction. Now as it is given over here that vector P and vector Q have the same direction, so we can say that the corresponding components of these two vectors must be in the same proportion. That means the magnitude of the component of vector P along x-axis and magnitude of the component of vector Q along x-axis is to be taken in ratio, and this ratio is equal to the ratio of magnitude of the component of vector P along y-axis to the magnitude of the component of vector Q along y-axis, which is equal to the ratio of magnitude of the component of vector P along z-axis to the magnitude of the component of vector Q along z-axis there. That means here we have to write Px upon Qx is equal to Py upon Qy is equal to Pz upon Qz. Now substitute the values there, as Px is 4 and Qx is 2. So here it is written as 4 upon 2 is equal to Py is minus 1 and Qy is minus m. So it is written minus 1 upon minus m is equal to Pz is 8 and Qz is 4. So it is written as 8 upon 4. Now here the ratio becomes 4 upon 2 is equal to minus 1 upon minus m is equal to 8 upon 4, and hence it is to be written as 4 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon m is equal to 8 upon 4 there. Then here we can say that this 4 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon m, or 1 upon m is also equal to 8 upon 4, and hence we can take 4 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon m, and also we can say 1 upon m is equal to 8 upon 4. 1 upon m is equal to 8 upon 4 gives the value as 2 there, as well as 4 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon m also gives the value as 2. So in both the ways we are getting 1 upon m as 2 there, and hence the value of m we are getting as half. So here in the given example, vector P is 4 cap minus j cap plus 8 cap, and vector Q is 2 cap minus m j cap plus 4 cap, and we had determined the value of m as half by the condition which is given over here, that vector P and vector Q have the same direction. That means these two vectors are parallel to each other, and we had determined the value of m, which is half. So here we had discussed the examples based on the topic multiplication of vectors. The numericals which are given in the textbook will be solved next time in the next lecture. Thank you.